It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Diablos and the Bears on Sunday night.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Mexico City Diablos and the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Set to go now on a wet and rainy night. And off we go from Soldier Field. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Hurts throwing right away. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards on the play as they pick up the first. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. They go play action with Hurts. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
Lance now on first down. And he floated one out there, incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And Lance again going to keep it. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And his kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
From the 29, Hurts. His throw incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Hurts. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Bobby Okereke making that tackle. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance. It's caught here by Adams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there. He's got a Bears touchdown. Trey Lance scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders, and that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hurts. Got a man. It's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, a next-gen stat says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is taken at the 18. 31 yards on the punt there. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On to the second quarter, Mexico City in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Play action. Here's Hurts. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On 1st down, Hurts. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run behind center with Gainwell. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, here's the option. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Gesicki there to make the grab. And the Diablos are back within a score. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. From the 27, Lance. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Foul. Roughing the passer, defense.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle. He will push his way down to about the 14. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Here's Pierce. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. 2nd down and goal. Hurts. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Gesicki ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Diablos have taken the lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Chicago offense set to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Lance now on 1st down. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Lance to throw it. And that's complete to Adams. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. Here's Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And some room to work. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Good push up front in that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, Gainwell. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by David Long. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
On 1st down, Lance. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. To throw again on second down, Lance. And that'll be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Lance going to throw. And that is incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it. And they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put into the end zone. But they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Slant to Adams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Throwing now is Lance. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. This offense back to work now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Throwing is Hurts. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Elliott is good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Fielded right around the 8.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
And they got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Bennett to throw on 3rd down. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bennett. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now Bennett to throw from the gun on 3rd down. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
White is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Bennett. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 2nd and goal from the 1. Looking to throw. Bennett. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Hunter Henry. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll set up a throw.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes, or are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Back to throw again.
He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Got a man. It's Brown.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Right side, and he finds Gray. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback, scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Diablos have cut it back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive, because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Well, now how about this return?
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Now Bennett throwing to start the drive. And right side, Henry's got it.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Bennett.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with White. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Bennett. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth, because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
And this will be incomplete. What can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Bennett now to throw on 2nd down. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. And here's Bennett looking to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Here's White.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Operating from the gun. Bennett got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Off play action. Bennett. Flush to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right through. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one. And it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
Now on comes the Bears offense as they'll be called in to go for 2. Bennett following the fumble recovery. He'll throw. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down. So we'll have to see what that's about. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Oliver.
And Matt Eberflus clearly in disagreement with that last call, and he's going to throw the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So for Matt Eberflus, a challenge well spent.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
2nd and 5.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
First down, here's White. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And caught by Henry. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Bears on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Bennett. Buying time to his left. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. So the call there, roughing the passer.
Well, the preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress, trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at the quarterback way too late.
Oh, felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2. Now Bennett to throw. To throw on 2nd down. Looking middle, and that's complete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Bennett. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Bennett. And he's got it. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Give to the fullback. This is Watt. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Derek Watt taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy and let him go forward.
Now for the point after. And the lead is now 24. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, and he's got Gray. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Second and 1. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
He'll drop to throw. Forced out, and he's going to go down again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the numbers here don't lie. According to the next-gen stats, he topped out at an even 22 miles an hour. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. White running to the left. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. Opting to run again here with White. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to...
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gray. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock, with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
Well, partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.